All right, for my next project, you can see how they built on this part of the house in 1971. I guess they put the kitchen on, so you can see they had something here. I think they built that wall out, and you could see the different floor. And I'm tired of looking at that floor. At first, I was just going to take those out and replace them and stain it the same color and clean it up really good, but I was like, no. So what we decided to do was I want to make a cabinet with glass doors, and they're going to go up here all the way up to the ceiling, all the way up on the side, and this is going to be a little higher too, so we can put plants on it, and it'll be a little bit more, get more light. And it's going to have 4 doors on it on the bottom, and then the top's going to have doors on the side too. It's going to be like, instead of having stuff in a curio cabinet, you could put it in there. So I have to get all the wood, and I have a little bit of wood I'm going to use. I'm going to keep that plug there. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I got these MDF boards from work. We were throwing them out, and I brought them home. Now, I could make it as high as this, but I want to go a little bit higher. But these boards weren't wide enough or long enough to do it, so I'm going to cut like a 2-inch piece on that, because as we put the top on it, you're not going to look up underneath and see that little space. Or I could just leave it like that and just be done with it. And I put that support, I cut it to where I put the support in there. That's where things are going to come out to divide the 2 cabinets. So that part's done. I'm going to start on this part and then this part. All right. How about a little bit of paint, huh? Got that sand to get that middle one put in there. Let's put some paint on it. All right, all the painting is done. I'm not going to paint the top because that's going to get covered up, but all the painting is done, and the base, I'm not worried about getting paint down there, but I had to paint the baseboard around, and then the board's going to cover up everything else. So the next step is to put the plate and everything around the front and the floor in here, and then the top on that. But I'm going to have to get a piece of cardboard or something and make a template for. All right, what I got now is I got the floor, the bottom part in there, and I had to cut those just underneath that for the shelf to rest on. And now I'm going to work on the top, put the top in there. So I got to get pieces of cardboard, and I'm going to hot glue them together like they do countertops to get the exact dimension of this. And I'll put it on the countertop, trace it out, cut whatever I need off. Installed. Now to work on, well, I still have to toenail these in here. I'm going to get my nail gun and nail those into those blocks, and then I'll nail this down to the top. So, and then I'll work on the supports that have to go in between here. 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. So get that exact measurement and get those installed. All right, I got all that stuff done. I was going to put some middle pieces in there for the doors, but I was like, if you're going to put stuff in there, that would be in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 doors on it. I'm going to leave that open. And it's, when you open it up, there's not going to be a middle part like that. Right now I have to make the thing for the bottom down there. And then I'll make the doors on it. I'll cut the boards. I'll make overlaps for the doors. It's just something simple. I got them all cut. You can imagine how long it took to do it on a table saw without a dado blade, huh? I mean, I could have cut it up this way, but then the blade wouldn't have went deep enough. So I just kept running it past, you know, back and forth, both ends. And of course, oh my goodness, I did that side, and then the wrong side on this side. Of course you're going to do that. A good thing I had another piece. So they fit pretty dang tight. I mean, I can't show you, but I might have to sand a little bit, this stuff, these high parts, but I got a bunch of dust in here, huh? All right, let's, it's just got more surface area to glue, and I think it'll be pretty square Dust everywhere. All right, let's get to working on that. I made these already. I have another ones I'm gluing up and I'm sanding flat, but I still have to buy the hardware for it. I haven't showed you very much of anything. Now I'm working on these things here and the shelves I'm going to put in here. So let's go outside and look at that. All right, I'm way ahead of myself to show you this stuff. But I bought some. I like the Select Pine because they don't have knots and everything through them, and they're nicely finished already. And I cut these for the shelves, and every foot that I'm going to put them up in there. It's going to be every foot, and I cut them a ½ inch in, about, you know, so it's not even with the ends. I don't like it like that. So all I have to do is pre-drill those. But first, I want to put like a small curve on this. I don't want this to be pointy. So I'll set my, I'll just, I don't know, get a little compass or get something and just draw it on there and trace it, cut it out and trace it on the other one so I can get that cut out. I just took an old jar lid and traced it on there. I'll cut it out and use it as a template. Now I'm going to show you something about this I never known. See, the back, I hate these things. I got to get a new pair. The wheel that goes back behind there are always fall out first. I don't know why. But anyways, you got precision and then you have speed. Now the reason those are on there is speed. See, I didn't know this. When it drops down, it comes forward farther and pulls up, and it cuts faster. So it's more of a circle. But precision, it goes up and down more instead of being so far forward, it goes a little bit forward. So I never known that. So that does help out tremendously, cutting holes and stuff like that. I really like that. I always put it on 0, so I just like to go slow. And 10 teeth per inch is pretty good for it. I mean, you can use it for wood. It makes a pretty clean cut finish and stuff. So I got other ones. I bought a pack of some Diablo. These are really cool. I ain't using them yet because this thing ain't dull. So I just wish there was a case I can buy. I probably could find one on Amazon or something to hold all my blades, because I got different blades for different things. So anyways, I'll cut this out and trace them out, and then we'll get on with that. Doing that a bunch of times. And I'm just going to put one screw in each side through the back, so it'll be against the wall. You're not going to see that. Oh, I got to sand that a little bit better. I'll put a drill. I'll drill a hole here and a here, because it's not going to hold that much weight. So I ain't going to put like 2 screws in each side. So I'll drill these out. I'll mark them off and drill them out, and we'll screw them together. Ta-da! All done. I got to do that one. Well, I got a couple coats of paint on, cabinet paint, and I still have to put the shelves in. I painted those downstairs. I got a box from work, and I measured and I cut those out and put them down in there like a little shelf. And I put the thumb hole. I cut a thumb hole there. We're gonna put like some fabric on there, and you won't see that. You can just open it up and you can store stuff underneath there. Just some stupid little thing I thought of. And that shim, I never known that baseboard was down that far even when we moved in. So I cut a piece of MDF, and I put it down in there, and I'll paint that and fix that up, and then I'll paint this. This probably needs another couple coats. And then I have the doors all glued up. I have to sand them and install those. But this is what I got so far. And I'm going to put it like a decorative thing on here. Alright, for whatever reason, when my phone did a software update, it changed how it recorded under what format, and I lost like 5 or 6 videos of working on this damn thing. A lot of videos that I made, all of a sudden, I can't use them. Like the tape on my boots, and anyways. So what I did, let me show you. It's all done, but let me show you and explain what I did. So here we go. All right, I got the shelves up there. I got to just put like a little bit of some wood putty in that crack there, but I got those built there. I wanted to put doors on them, but then again I didn't. So I was like, ah, heck with that. So this is the bottom part, all the glass. Now I had to mount, I painted it all just the same color as the walls in here. Now I put these little shelf brackets in there, and I had this piece of glass is such a long distance, it's like 33.5 inches wide, and it was like sagging, so I took some oak strips and I cut them down, I glued them together as a frame so it'll be more supportive there. So I did all the shelves, the hardware, and there's the little hidey hole thing, but she's going to cover this up with something, I don't know, put her stuff in it. But you really can't see it. I bought like magnetic catches that, you know, magnets will hold it, but these are you know, self-closing. I wouldn't do it again, and the gaps on the doors, it was kind of hard. I don't know, I didn't get it perfect, but hey, you know, this is my first try at making a cabinet. So now she could take all her, she likes Eeyore, and hey, all walking sticks. But she'll pull all her Eeyore stuff in there, and we'll probably give that away to somebody that, whoever wants it. So there you go. I'm all done, and I'm never doing it again. Don't ask me. And our little bird feeder. Birds do come in there all the time. I try to set up a camera, but it doesn't catch them. So I'll try to catch them again. I'll put it in the video. I got a video I got to make on it. So there you go. It's all finished, and yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.